Justice League International number 9, written by Dan Jurgens, art by Aaron Lopresti. Last issue we left off with OMAC showing up and attacking Guy Gardner, August General, and Godiva. And this issue picks up with Godiva, who's basically just lying there like, I am so in over my head here. Like, this is way too much for me. I joined this thing because literally the Prince of Britain, UK, whatever you want to call it, had asked me personally, but this is too much. And we see OMAC just smashing down August General into the pavement. And of course, big fight scene breaks out, and OMAC is consistently asking for Batman. He's like, hey, I need Batman. I saw him on the TV. He was helping here. Where is he? And they're like, you want Batman? You got to deal with us. And they start attacking him. And then we cut over to, I guess I should say, as OMAC gets hit by Guy Gardner's construct, he's like, all right, you guys are no help. I'm out. And he just jumps away. Cut over moments earlier to Batman, Batwing, and Booster all just talking about how there's some big operation that is having bombings everywhere, like at the Hall of Justice, at the United Nations, like clearly something big's going on. And so Booster calls up Skeets, who's doing a bunch of analyzing, and they realize that as this is going on right now, over in Paris, there's yet another bombing, which actually happened in Fury of Firestorm number 8, which this is going to be crossing over with next issue, so it's, I guess, required reading. Anyway, he's like, oh, something big's going on. Also, there's another energy spike, like 3 streets over that way, so maybe you should go check that out. And everyone gets up and they go after OMAC, who's still leaping around town. And as everyone converges on OMAC, of course Batman's there. And he's like, Batman, you're here. Oh, thank God. I need the Batman. And he just like throws other people out of his way to get to him. And of course that doesn't go too well. But as they keep on trying to fight him, OMAC gets super angry. He like punches the ground, causes huge ripples in the pavement. And OMAC is just unable to articulate the reasons why he needs to talk to Batman for some reason. But then Guy Gardner comes back in and he basically puts on Iron Man armor out of his green construct and he starts fighting against OMAC one-on-one. And he's holding his own pretty decently. And then Batman's like, all right, look, we just got to get this situation off the streets and under control. Batwing, can you go ahead and drop this on him? And he hands Batwing something. He's like, this is explosive? He's like, yeah, but it won't affect OMAC. It's just going to affect the street underneath him. So Batwing drops the device. A hole opens in the pavement, and OMAC drops into the sewers underneath. And OMAC stands up. He's like, oh, I hate sewers. And they're like, all right, here we go. We're going to fight. And then OMAC's like, wait, hold on. Maybe I can explain. And he explains, my name is Kevin Coe. I became OMAC against my will. I have no way to change back. Technology that changed me, somehow Batman, you were a part of its creation. I was hoping you would know something in order to change me back. And they never actually touch on any of that. Like, maybe that's a future issue, but like, he just says that and then Batman doesn't even acknowledge it. So Godiva and August General show back up. They get down in the hole and Godiva's freaking out. She's like, great. We've had all these teammates injured. We had a teammate die. Our entire team has been decommissioned, and now we're standing in sewer water. This is fantastic. And so she starts freaking out a little bit as Batwing and August General are pretty much like, hey, we're cool now? Has everybody met Batwing? Are we all good? Great, cool, awesome. So then OMAC starts explaining why he was going into a frenzy, and he's like, sometimes I lose control, and I don't know why it happens either. That's why I need to change back. And so everyone's like, all right, well, all in favor of helping OMAC? Yeah, cool. All right, well, maybe we'll try to help you. But right now, you are kind of a threat. But also right now, there's something going on at the Eiffel Tower that we need to deal with. So regardless of whether or not we can help you, you're coming with us so we can at least keep an eye on you. Okay, cool, here we go. So they all jump, before that, we go to the villains, who are high above New York City, and apparently Intersec is using the radio waves to control OMAC's emotions or whatever and make him angry. And that's why he was losing control. But when they went down the sewer and then left the city, she lost control of him. So then Lightweaver and whatever the hell the main guy's name is. I don't even think they say it. Anyway, they're all talking and they're like, the JLI has left, but no matter, we will move forward with our plan until we finally take them off the board completely. And then all of a sudden this dude just teleports in and they call him Crosscut. And he's complaining that they interrupted him getting to level 35 on Call of Honor. To which he then says, chillax. So they teleport out. Anyway, Godiva and the rest of the group are all in a Green Lantern created jet that's flying at supersonic speeds over to Paris in order to deal with the Eiffel Tower situation. And Godiva's just talking like, man, when are we going to get some more in the loss of Rocket Red? And they're like, soon, but right now we got to do our job. So they arrive in Paris, and the events of Firestorm are still ongoing. So they arrive over there, and they're like, all right, everyone, be ready for anything. We don't know who's causing this. And then I think it's Booster points out, it's like, oh, maybe it's them, as the different firestorms from that issue all descend upon them. And yeah, that's that. I don't know if this picks up in Firestorm or if this picks up in the next issue of Justice League. I think the next issue of Justice League, but check out Firestorm anyway. This was fine. It was okay. Here's the thing. I knew as soon as they put OMAC at the end of last issue that it was just going to be a misdirect of like, oh no, he's actually like fighting with them instead of fighting for it, because of the way that OMAC, the series, ended. Like, I knew that was a thing. But I didn't expect it to take up 2/3 of this issue of them rectifying that. Like, I really dislike the idea that every single superhero comic has to have a fight in it. Like, even if it doesn't make any goddamn sense for there to be a fight. Especially with this, because OMAC was the last one, and then the next one is Firestorm. All of these are heroes. We don't need to have the fights. Shouldn't this be the diplomatic team? Regardless, though, in terms of the story it was telling, it was fine. It wasn't blowing me away or anything like that. Didn't do any like big ideas or whatever. The biggest thing was that Batman had a hand in OMAC, which, that has to be at least somewhat public knowledge, I guess. So I'm interested to see how that turns out whenever they end up dealing with it. But overall, this one I'm going to go ahead and I'll give it a 6. It's got a just Crosscut specifically just got to me, where it was like, oh, we're just introducing a fourth member to this villain group who was just playing video games, and he says chillax. All right, screw you. I'm done with that now. So yeah, 6 for this, and we'll see where we're going with Firestorm.